Hi everybody and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you have been giving me on this YouTube journey. So to connect with this video, make sure that you hit that thumbs up. Make sure that you leave a kind comment. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that little subscribe button and a notification bell so you know when I post videos. And if you know somebody these videos are resonating with, go right ahead and share them. All that helps to get me out on the YouTube platform, and it is I am very grateful for all of it. I'm very grateful. Okay, for some reason I'm distracted. I can't find the words I want to say, so this could be part of your reading. This is also for the star sign of Taurus. If you have Venus in Taurus, Taurus sun, moon, or rising, these messages are for you. If by some strange chance you do not resonate with this reading, please go watch the sign in one of them placements that I have mentioned. This is also a general, which means when the time is right, you are meant to find the readings. Or general, which means take only what resonates. Timeless means when the time is right, you're meant to find the messages. It is also a love reading. So there you go. The distraction is real. That's twice I meant to say something and got distracted. So there is some distractions around you is what I feel. Somebody could be distracting you. You could be distracting yourself. Somebody could try to be distracting you from love is something else that I am getting. All right. So I am going to set this here to help clear out your energy. This is some sage that I got burning. I am wearing a hat and I just stuck it over top of the sage just to help clear out the distraction. So if this is white sage, it helps to purify and cleanse. So that is something maybe that you need to consider, Taurus. So let's go ahead and get started. What is Taurus or the viewer's energy when it comes to this video? Now, this side I'm using for Taurus, this side I'm using for the person you're connected to. Feel free to swap the messages. Take what resonates. All right, so Taurus or the viewer. Okay, so what is their energy? Okay, so we have the divine feminine in reverse. So Taurus. Taurus, this is somebody who is very much in their feminine energy, but this is also somebody who is unable to see both sides of a situation. Maybe they're denying their feminine side. If you're a male person, this is somebody who's very promiscuous. They're showing me the heart space and it's ring around her head. So that ring around her head goes right along with that distraction energy. So somebody is very distracted. Somebody could be using something as a distraction as well. This is somebody who, yeah, we have the Five of Swords in reverse, and then we have the sacral chakra underneath that. So the Five of Swords in reverse talks about being defeated, right? And then we have the sacral chakra, which represents the Venus here. So something about Venus. You could have Taurus and Venus in a second house. You also have the sacral chakra, which represents, holding on to these emotions, right? Holding on to these emotions and feeling defeated or even conflicted between your head and your heart. Underneath that, we have the Judgment card. So that talks about, see how it's upside down. Something is out of balance here. Some of you could be seeing 11/11, something about May 5th, May 23rd, May 25th, May 5th, May 2nd. Those all could be significant. All right. So Taurus, with the divine feminine in reverse, you could be denying your emotions and feeling conflicted between your head and your heart. You also could be ignoring your intuition. Somebody could be very promiscuous here. Somebody could only be viewing a situation from one side, viewing a relationship from one side. This could have some sort of maybe mother energy involved. Maybe somebody did not have a good upbringing. Could be the mother of their children, could be your own mother. All right. So let's go ahead and move on into the person that you are connected to. I also feel too somebody could be working with some family members with the Five of Swords there to play head games, so that somebody doesn't believe what they feel is something else that I'm getting. Try to break that connection with the divine. So the person that the viewer or Taurus is connected to. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups talks about, see how that eyes open in their heart? Somebody has their heart open, right? They have a healthy self-esteem. Somebody who's able to see something from a different perspective. Somebody who is very intuitive. Somebody who knows what true love is all about, right? And then we have the Temperance card. Somebody who's in balance, right? Somebody who's in balance with giving and receiving, with the Six of Pentacles underneath that. Somebody who understands the challenges that come with relationships. Somebody who, like I said, is playing a lot of head games. So it could be playing a lot of head games with you, the viewer, right? Trying to knock you out of balance, trying to hurt your heart, to block somebody from giving and receiving love. So they're feeling, that's why they're feeling conflicted, because they're not sure what they're feeling, and what they're feeling for somebody else is something else that I'm getting. We have Sagittarius energy. We have Libra, Taurus energy with the Venus card here. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the headspace. This person, whoever you're connected to, Taurus, is very balanced. Somebody, this also could represent somebody who's very a healer, somebody who's very healed with their masculine and feminine energy, somebody who has a healthy self-esteem, somebody who can open their eyes, somebody who may have psychic vision. Somebody who could be looking for love is somebody something else. So let's see what's going on in the headspace of the person who's viewing this video. Why is Venus in reverse? It is possible to maintain one's individual creative identity and also be in an intimate, committed relationship, living in society. All right, so we are talking about intimacy. So somebody has a problem with intimacy. Somebody could have a fear of intimacy. Why? Because they're afraid that they are going to lose their individual identity if they get into a committed relationship. So let's go ahead and pull for the person they're connected to, who's standing in the Ace of Cups. Healthy love. A living relationship has a life of its own. Some relationships last forever, and others are meant to only serve a need during specific stages of our lives. So what I see here is this person has a healthy love for themselves, has a healthy love of life itself. They are realizing that, some relationships last forever. Some come, some go, some stay. There's a reason for everything when it comes to love in their life. They have went through a lot of challenges. They have went through a lot of um, challenges in relationships, and they realize that some are not meant to last forever, right? Some only come to serve the needs, such as to heal and balance the heart space. Some give you what you need. Sometimes you give them what they need. Or this is how this person is looking at this. They're definitely connected to the Most High. Um, they understand that not everybody is a soulmate. This person wants their freedom to be promiscuous, to do what they want to do. This person has a fear of commitment. So they would rather have their freedom to do what they want to do. Somebody has a lot of there's a lot of mental and emotional wounds that this person is carrying with them. Definitely somebody who's very promiscuous with a lot of people. This person over here is very healed, very balanced in relationships. They understand that not everybody they come across is a soulmate. Sometimes they come in for, to teach us a lesson. Sometimes they come in to mirror what needs to be healed within us. Sometimes they come into our lives so that you can mirror to them what needs healed within them, is something that I am feeling here. I feel empty and alone unless I'm with someone. So I feel like this is something that's being healed within them both. With both of you. I feel empty and alone unless I'm with someone. And I feel like that's what this person right here has healed within themselves. They don't need somebody. With the Ace of Cups, they realize that they are all that they need. And in this stage of their life, they realize that they don't need somebody to be fulfilled. Unlike this person over here who feels empty unless they're out there being promiscuous. And they like being intimate. They like to be in committed relationships regardless of whether the relationship is good or bad, right? That is what I feel. Somebody is very angry. I skillfully act on my ideas and visions, and I feel free from emotionally distracting influences. And I feel like that's this person over here. They have healed a lot of anger when it comes to relationships. They have healed a lot of anger, and they freed themselves from relationships who were distracting influences, who emotionally abused them. They healed from that, and they use that anger in a constructive way by healing their heart, healing their low self-esteem, and realizing that all these relationships were empty to them. Why? Because they were just a distraction, an emotional distraction from what really was out of balance within them, is what I see. So this person over here, if they feel empty, if they're not alone, they're very codependent. They're seeing things from one side, right? They're identifying a relationship from a one-sided point of view, and it's all from what they can get out of it on an intimate level, and then they move on to the next person. But the thing is when the Five of Swords is in reverse, this is something. They feel defeated, right? They feel defeated and empty unless they have somebody to commit to. This is somebody who's very promiscuous, somebody who has a one-sided view of relationships, where this person over here has a healthy sense of a relationship and realizes, you know what, this person played out their time in my life. Now it's time to move on, right? Love abounds. All right, so let's see what's going on in the heart space. All right, for Taurus or the viewer, what's going on in the heart space? Crossroads. They're at a crossroads in relationships. It's like they're trying to make a decision, which way do I want to go, right? Which way do I want to go? Let's take a look at the person they're connected to. Third party. So, yeah, this person doesn't want to be in third party situations anymore. They would rather be alone than be in a third party situation. They realize that, these third party situations don't last forever. These are not soulmates. These are people who come in, use them for what they want, and move on. Yeah. Received. We got shadow work, abandoned. Yeah, somebody had to go into the dark night of the soul and work on their abandonment issues. And I feel like it's person over here. Now they have a healthy sense of love. Why? Because they refocused that inner child, right? Maybe had some mother wounds here and went through this storm. And now they turned a corner when it comes to love. They have a healthy self-esteem. They can see through people's bull, right? They can see through the ones who are just there for the good time, not the long time. They would rather be alone than be with somebody who has empty emotions or other agendas. All right, so let's see what are some signs that you both are seeing in this relationship. I also see two, an 8 over here with the 7 and a 1. This person had to go through a lot of emotional challenges to learn a lot of lessons when it comes to soulmates, and who's good for them and who's not. This is why they're in this energy of turning the corner from being in third party situations, not being intimate, right? They did the inner work. They have healed, and they are trusting that when the time is right, they will find their one. So what are some signs that Spirit is showing you both? Yep, we got red rose. So some of you could be seeing roses. You could be smelling roses. Something about the color red here. The red represents your root chakra. Somebody who's very grounded. Somebody who's very secure within themselves. Inner child. Innocent, immature, and adventurous. Yes, somebody had to heal their inner child. Just like I said with the mother. Somebody had to heal their inner child to have a healthy sense of love. So that's what I feel for some of you. Somebody could be being very immature. Somebody could have had a child with somebody. Door transition. So we also have the door energy, where it's time to close the door to these negative emotions. White, purity, innocence, safety, and light. So we have 2 cards of innocence. So close the door to immature relationships. If they don't produce, if they don't have the same security that you feel, and you're opening your eyes to this, whoever this person is, they're opening their eyes to this, they're seeing the light of the kind of relationships that they want, that they don't want, and through all the relationships that they have went through with the third parties and the ones who were just there for a good time and not the long time, they are realizing that they're very codependent, right? It's like they've healed their codependencies, and now they feel safe enough to be alone and close the door to unhealthy relationships that are only there for the good time, right? so that they could heal and find balance between their head and their heart. Learn to trust their intuition. Okay, so let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. We have eggs, incubation, we have names, we have clingy, and we have burden. So definitely somebody had had a hard time lifting this burden of being clinging to negative relationships, clinging to intimacy to fulfill their needs. Somebody's name could start with an M. They have a number 3 there, so 3, the promiscuous or the empress there, and then eggs. Somebody was in a period of incubation here. So somebody is in their eggs, they are in their shell. Somebody also could be infertile because we have eggs and fertility. And now they are realizing the burden and the hardships of clinging to these negative relationships that they were not in alignment with. And they also realized that they were safe. They were being saved from these negative people. Yeah, so somebody is definitely drinking the negative emotions. We have visions and dreams. Somebody could be having visions. Somebody could be seeing things in their dreams. All right, so what does a conversation look like if you two were to sit down and have a conversation? Let's see what it would look like. So it is definitely healing some mother wounds here. Or somebody could be healing some wounds from the mother of their child, is something else I'm getting. Okay, what's a conversation look like that these two will be having? Somebody could have received some healing that the other person sent them to. They could be healing from a shadow of feeling abandoned by somebody. Okay, maybe abandonment issues from their mother. Patience, everything will unfold as it should in divine timing. So patient, they want you to be patient because something is unfolding. 444, your spirit team is recognizing how hard you are working at building a strong and sturdy foundation within reality. They are helping you to meet you halfway. So 444 can be significant, and to me that represents not only divine timing here, but it also represents that this is a connection that is divinely protected. True love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Yeah, this is definitely somebody who, with the Ace of Cups here, this is definitely true love. Archangel Gabriel here, we need to talk. Here are some ideas that will assist you into a new chapter in growth, in career, love, relationships of all kinds. Are you listening? Write this stuff down. So you have Archangel Gabriel, Taurus or viewer, who is coming in and telling you, here, let me talk to you, right? Let me talk to you. Let me explain something to you, how this works. The divine timing is at play here, so be patient because this is a true love of a lifetime. So they want you to journal how you are feeling, right? Maybe sit down, write some things out, something. Because you know what? The first step with an idea is to sit down and write out what that idea is. The second step is to start planting that seed, how you're going to plant it, and the emotions that you're going to put into it. Children are an important part of this relationship. Like I said, inner child. Somebody has a child or children. I got spooked. So somebody definitely got spooked in this relationship. Probably because they were scared that they were going to lose themselves. They were scared of how they were feeling. They were scared of being rejected. So how could you still love me after all I've done? So somebody got rejected here. Why? Because they felt like they wasn't good enough. So they were like, well, it's just easier for me to stay away right now than to get with somebody and not being able to offer them the truth, right? Something about the rainbows, something about your chakra. So put away the computer, do less work, and have more fun to strengthen your relationship. This person is going to get you, and seeing each other is going to remind you that relationships are not easy, right? You could be connected to an air sign. The answer is no. So the mother of your child could have been an air sign, and they rejected you for a reason, and you didn't understand why. Remember, clinging to something. Somebody got a rash, poison. So your spirit guide is going to call you. When I look in the mirror, I see you feminine. So something is being mirrored back to you. Within a week, the timing may be right. So sevens, right? The 7 here, and on the person you're connected to. So you need to review how far you've come with the power of patience and persevering, working through the need, working through your wounds and what needs to be let go of that no longer serves you, so that you could take that next step, right, to reach a goal, right, in the time frame of 24 hours. So you do have time frames here: a week, 24 hours, or 3 months. It all depends on how long it takes to heal the relationship. Somebody is watching the other person. And this is a burden that somebody's been carrying for a while, is that poison in their emotions. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a final message from the angels. Somebody's birthday could be 5/14, 5/5, 5/3, 5/8, 5/2. Angelic message for the viewer. Okay. Relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are now being resolved. So Archangel Raguel is working on harmonizing this relationship and resolving all the conflicts in the heart space when it comes to true intimacy. Because true intimacy isn't always about sex. True intimacy is when you can actually open yourself up and be vulnerable with somebody and don't have to worry that they're going to turn around and use it all against you to make you feel defeated or to break you down. All right? Take your power back. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings in your life. So you have Archangel Raziel telling you to call your power back from all the relationships that weren't meant to be. Healing family issues. I'm telling you, there is a mother issue here that needs to be healed. Whether it's your mother or the mother of your children, whatever it is, healing family issues. Your love life will benefit as you forgive your parents, specifically a mother. Patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. They still need nurturing and patience. And that's what this card was telling you. Patience. Everything is going to unfold as it should. So you're seeing something, somebody is seeing something in their dreams when it comes to time. There is chemistry. You're calling in your soulmate. Is when the more you release and heal, right? By going outdoors and connecting with natures, the more you can open your mind and hear Archangel Gabriel. Somebody is definitely seeing something with their heart space and their dreams. All right. So thank you for watching, Taurus, and have a great day.